the Divine's reach beyond the Grand Cathedral. We went where she could not. After Beatrix, I was tired of the position and wanted to return to the Seekers. But Justinia convinced me to stay. Her vision for the future gave me hope.
You thought she could really change things?
Justinian knew the war was coming long before it began. She tried to avert it, but the forces arrayed against her were too strong. Sometimes you have to break a bone so it can be reset. That's where the Inquisition comes in. It was to be the answer. A means to preserve as well as an agent for change. I only wish she had lived to see it.
So, what's the story about you becoming the right hand?
Sweet Andraste, do you really
Always,
want to hear
Cassandra.
that? It was, what, 18, 20 years ago? Some still discuss it like it happened yesterday. The tale gets bigger each time it's told. I barely recognize myself within it now.
I'm sure you're just being modest.
I was there. I think I know what happened. To hear others tell it, I alone saved Divine Beatrix from a horde of dragons sent to assault the Grand Cathedral. Rather impressive for such a young seeker, wouldn't you say?
And the truth is?
I stumbled upon a conspiracy to kill Beatrix. A Templar Knight Commander was at its heart. And there was a dragon battle at the Grand Cathedral that I had help from loyal mages who rallied to the cause. They freed the dragons from magical control. Without them, the Divine and I would both have died. Yet I became the right hand, and they are
There you go. Pretty much the dawn of the Seeker right there.
What happened to the mages that helped you?
They went back to their circles, with rewards and privileges and most holy gratitude. Many of them died at the conflict.
I think you're a hero, no matter how you downplay it.
Fine. But it was 20 years ago. I will not rest upon my laurels.
I'll let you get back to work.
Oh,
Greetings.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
I wonder if I should ask her about... Oops. I wonder if I should ask her about that stuff. A lot of talking, but better to get it out of the way, too.
Can you tell me more about the Seekers?
The Seekers of Truth were born from the original Inquisition long ago, when it united with the Chantry. Seekers stood above the Templars, watching over them but also investigating magical events they couldn't handle. We were meant to be incorruptible, above reproach. How seldom does reality match the ideal?
Why did your order turn against the Chantry?
We originally united with the Chantry through a treaty that stated they would keep mages under control. It was felt Most Holy had tacitly allowed the Circle of Magi to vote on its independence, thus breaking the treaty. The Seekers saw themselves as justified, and they led the Templars into a war of righteousness.
Hi.
You sound like you disagree.
We knew what was happening at Kirkwall, where the Mage Rebellion began. We looked into reports of Knight Commander Meredith's harsh treatment of her charges years earlier. But we found so many shocking cases of magical corruption, it was decided her actions were justified. If we'd been there when it happened, if we'd looked harder at the root causes...
You're right. Something should have been done.
When faced with a problem, the Seekers would close ranks and crush it. We would find an answer, but only once we felt we weren't being coerced. The moment the mages voted for independence, our response was predictable. It was difficult to watch.
How does someone become a Seeker?
Most Seekers begin training in their youth. I was much older, an exception due to my noble birth. We train rigorously for years. Our bodies and minds must be elastic to undergo the vigil, and most fail even then.
Is the vigil some kind of initiation?
It is the rite every seeker must go through in order to summon their gifts. A full year of fasting, prayer, and separation from all distractions, including other people. We empty ourselves of all emotion, focusing only on the purity of our devotion. And the moment it finally ends, it's wonderful. Faith realized. I cannot put it into words.
I wish I could experience that.
If the vigil was not so arduous, I'd say more should attempt it. What if mages never needed to fear possession by demons? I'm told it is impossible, however. I suppose I'll never know the truth of it now.
I've no more questions.
Guess who it's time to talk to? Time for me to be a giggly schoolgirl mess.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
I just hope I can help.
As do we all. It is enough that you would try. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
The Conclave destroyed a giant hole in the sky. Things aren't looking good.
Which is why we're needed. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
No, but if you have one prepared, I'd love to hear it.
Another time, perhaps.
Dorky smile.
There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Raiden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Remix! Not done yet, though.
You traveled some distance to reach Haven. You're from the Circle in Ostwick?
I spent the better part of my life there. It feels strange to be away.
It does at times. I'm still getting used to it myself. It's been interesting. I'm sorry. The Circle isn't the most pleasant topic of conversation right now. Or ever. Shall we speak of something else?
Hi, Kado. Sorry. I'm a mess right now. Please ignore me.
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should.
But the Templars have served the Chantry for ages.
And in that time, they've come to take the Order's services for granted. Templars risk their lives against blood magic, demons, abominations, to feel as if those efforts are dismissed. I may disagree with the Order's actions, but I'm here as proof of that. But I sympathize with their frustrations.
I should get to know you better. We are working together after all.
What would you like to know?
All right. Where are you from?
This is a glitch that happens all the time.
I grew up in Ferelden, near Homley. I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years.
You haven't seen Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. Now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
What happened at the Circle Tower?
You who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
I've got the stupidest smile on my face. Please help.
What was Kirkwall like?
While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart. An apostate blew up the Chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
What happened between Kirkwall's mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Yes, but you were there.
There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
What happened then?
The Templars should have restored order, but Red Lyrian had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion, turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
So you opposed her?
I stood with the champion against her in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
Varric from Kirkwall. Did you two know each other?
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently, I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
I'll let you return to your work.
Should you require anything, I'll be here. Was there something you needed?
Always.
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
If you need insight into what the Order is doing now, I'm afraid I can't offer more than you already know. Anything else, I will answer as best I can.
We'll get ready for this.
Why did you join the Order?
I could think of no better calling than to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars at our local chantry to teach me. At first, they merely humored me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
13? That's still so young.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still, I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
And what about your family? Did you miss them?
Of course. But there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
Prior to the Conclave, I'd only encountered Templars in the Circle. Do they do anything besides guard mages?
Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious.
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I will try not to do so. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession at the least.
I know how I spent my time in the Circle, but what was a typical day for a Templar?
Typical. The last time I was in a circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that, then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's howling, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time, you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
We would spend all day with Templars, and yet they rarely spoke to us.
A habit often mistaken for coldness, I'm sure. But we are expected to keep a certain distance from our charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, he must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, Ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Did you enjoy your training?
To learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the Chant of Transfiguration wasn't the most exciting task. I admit, my mind sometimes wandered.
Here it goes.
Do Templars take vows? I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages. That sort of thing.
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter, your first draft of lyrium and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
A life of service and sacrifice. Are Templars also expected to give up physical temptations?
Physical? Why would you... That's not expected. Templars can marry, although there are rules around it, and the Order must grant permission. Some may choose to give up more to prove their devotion, but it's not required.
Have you?
Me? No. I've taken no such vows. Maker's breath. Can we speak of something else?
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Another time then.
Run away! Ah, I'm stuck in a tree.
I should look around.
Got the notes I needed. Every time you make those faces. I should have other quests. I guess I didn't obtain them yet. Oh no. Okay, I think I gotta go back and get those quests. I also have to go back to the war table. And I didn't speak to Leliana. I got 2 cutscenes with her, but I didn't actually speak to her. Can I turn? No, I can jump though. Jump, jump, jump. The only twirling I can do is when I'm actually firing stuff. I forget who I think it's the requisitions officer that I need to talk to. That I missed talking to.
Child is a blessing upon his parents and onto
I apologize in advance for all the giggling I'm gonna do when I talk to Cullen. And all the stupid smiles you can't see.
Can I help you with something?
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good login site. Maybe Harriet can get our troops
There
better
we go.
weapons.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
This is what I need, so I have the iron, but not the... Not the logging thingy. Which is all the way up here. Jumping is the new twirling. Yeah, pretty much. I do. I do this a lot. Why is that always funny? Do. Oh. That's how you loot from chests. I might take that for... Well, I mean, I did take it, but I might take it for Cassandra. Potions belt. Ouchie, 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 ouchie. Varric only. Rude. Okay, Varric, here you go. Evelyn, you wear the potions belt. This is Evelyn, by the way. If you want to know what to call her. Her name is Evelyn. Can I even get up from here? No. Boo. Can I? No, I can't. Gotta go around. It's 1:31. When did that happen? Too busy talking to Cullen. All the elf fruit. Stop trying to Skyrim climb. Hey, you can in certain places, just not there. Not here either. You can tell there's an invisible wall thing there. Look it! But there we go. And now we should be able... I think that's it for that. I wonder if the blacksmith needs help or anything. I should see if they need help as well. Ah, yes, the hunter from Left 4 Dead. I can imagine him flying around the screen now. I personally had the most fun in that game when you played on, like, Team Deathmatch. Oh, I just gotta go this way. When you played as both the infected and the heroes.
These truths the Maker has revealed to me. As there is but one God.
You're the one they're calling the
cannot
Hero.
stay here. There is but one God, and he is our Maker.
It rather rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
No.
Wow.
You are a mage, and magic was meant to serve man, not rule him. Yet here you are, testing that core tenet of the Chantry. I did not join the Order to adjust my faith so easily, but I appreciate what the Inquisition is trying to do, and your role in it. Though you may find not many Templars do. We're a distrustful lot by nature.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's
Or
grace.
talk to you never, because you don't sound like you like me very much. Jump!
Safely.
Get used to a lot of parkour here. Okay, no, it doesn't sound like I can help him with anything.
Goodbye.
Right.
No, stop looting. I'm trying to jump. Ah, yes. But Hunter was a lot of fun, too. I loved surprising people by just jumping on them from above. Somewhere they couldn't see you and you just scare the shit out of them. Or Spitter. Oh my god. If you're in a really good... Like, if you've got a really good advantageous point where everyone's just gathered in one spot and they're kind of trapped, like if it's a small room, and you spit, they're done. It's pretty great. Loved it. I miss playing it. So we got the Inquisition weapon.
Excellent.
Which we can equip on Cassandra, I believe. Cassandra? Oh, she's equipped with it. And then shield, I found this. That you can wear. We're gonna move that, because we don't need it anymore. It's a weird looking shield, though. Leliana, we've just got to talk to Leliana now and then we're...
Reports of fade rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them.
Kurt.
You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition. Let's talk about you.
Me?
What did you do before you worked for the Divine?
I was a bard, an Orlesian spy for many years. For a time I also served a small cloister in Lothering. After the Blight, the Divine called on me to oversee her personal network.
Can you teach me to be a bard?
Being a bard is so much more than being a spy. It involves a keen understanding of politics, the ebb and flow of influence, the great game. The Bard's is an intricate dance where a smile can be sharper than any dagger. The best way to learn is to immerse yourself in it. Perhaps when this is all over, I'll teach you.
Bards tell tales. I bet you tell some good ones.
There are plenty of tales in the library. Perhaps you should look for
Oh,
them there.
Leliana. Whoa. That was weird. Do you remember when Leliana actually used to tell stories?
I should leave you to your work.
We can always talk later.
We're talking again now.
Yes?
You seem to know a great many people.
I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
You have a history with the Warden who entered the Blight, don't you?
I count her among my closest friends. She's probably the only person I trust completely.
Aww.
I haven't heard from her in some time. She just disappeared. I try not to think about what might have happened.
They say you spent some time in Lothering. Did you know the champion?
We spoke a few times. I seldom left the Chantry, and we never became more than casual acquaintances. I saw more of the Hog twins. Bethany in particular. She would spend time in meditation at the Chantry, and she seemed to like my stories. The other one, the young man, he was a little surly. I did encounter the champion again later in Kirkwall. Those were terrible times.
Was this when the Chantry was destroyed?
No, that happened later. But even then, the news coming out of Kirkwall was disheartening. There were some in Val Rayo who wanted the Divine to declare an exalted march on Kirkwall. Justina sent me there to see if that could be avoided, to gather evidence to calm those agitating for war. I guess it didn't matter in the end.
Do you guys know who Divine Justinia was to Leliana?
We can continue this conversation later.
I'm guessing Remix knows.
You know where I am. Did you need something?
Not done talking to you, Leliana.
You seem to know a great...
I have made friends, and on occasion enemies.
You seem to know Josephine quite well.
I met her a long time ago, but we didn't become good friends until years later. After the Blight, in fact. I'd just returned to Val Rayo, and she welcomed me back by throwing a diplomatic ball.
She was the Antivan ambassador at the time, you see. The ball was... alright. Too many politicians. At midnight, Josie and I left to find a real party. We've been friends ever since.
What do you consider a real party?
It's not a real party until someone's small clothes are pinned to a chantry board. And that's all I'm saying about it.
We can continue this conversation later.
You know where I am.
No, I mean, it's a specific character that we've met in the series since I've been marathoning it.
I'm listening.
They called you the left hand of the Divine.
That they did. What of it?
I'd like to hear about Justinia. What was she like?
A friend. A mentor. Like me, she had secrets, made mistakes. It made her human. I think her followers responded to that.
How did you and Justinia meet?
I met her a long time ago, before she became divine. Before she was
But you're not
Justina.
wrong.
When I met her, she was Mother Dorothea. I was at my lowest. Broken, lost. And she saved me. No, wait. She hates it when I say that. I saved myself. She just showed me it was possible.
We'll talk more later.
I feel bad to keep bothering
Did
her,
you
but they
need
keep
something?
ending my conversation.
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
Why do you want me to seek out the rebel mages? Why do you care?
I've known mages. Some of them were better people than me. And yet I'm free and they're not. It's not
You're
right.
right, Liliana. You're right. But, do you remember Mother Dorothea?
I'll leave you to your work.
And we can finally move on. War table and then, hinterlands.
There was no word for heaven or for earth or sea or
Let's see what I got. Commander Cullen, your honor guard was a welcome sight at the Divine's vigil. As a measure of thanks, I'm sending Ferelden arms and equipment for your troops. Sincerely, Terran Fergus Cousland. My Cousland's brother. Yes, she was in Origins. Pretty sure she was the mother who helped Leliana. Remember when we did Leliana's DLC? She helped her out, and then... we did that whole thing with Marjolaine. Harold, your Inquisition says... Oh, I read this already. So, I'm gonna send a few patrols that would help the refugees.
To work?
You have a good memory, Kurt. Sometimes it's hard to remember those kinds of characters, because you only meet them briefly, and that was in a DLC, but... Good memory you got there. Oh, I have to deliver Adan's note, and then I'm going to the hinterlands. Let's find Mother Giselle. Jump, jump.
You're back. And in one piece.
You said you thought Master Tajan was working on something special. If it helps, I found his notes.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up? You just give the word.
Farewell.
So we're actually gonna equip some potion. Gonna equip the lyrium potion for reasons.
Let me know if you need any.
Alright. We are good. And the great thing that I actually love about Inquisition is you can just go straight to the map to get anywhere. So you don't actually have to run off of the map or blah blah blah. You just go here and it's as easy as that. So I think that's super sweet. But I'm gonna be right back. I actually need to grab a drink. Maybe even a snack. Feel free to do the same. I'll try and be as fast as possible. Be right back. I'm sorry, I'm back. Oh, right. Oops. I was, did I level up? I did. I'm actually going to put this here. And maybe map this to here. There. Again, sorry it took so long. Let us go to the hinterlands. Thank you.
Herald of Andraste. I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. Everyone's a little nervous around mages right now, but you'll get no backtalk here. That's a promise. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. All of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Ugh.
I love Cassandra and her disgusted noise. Thanks, Jonah. By the way, you should totally recognize which voice actor that is, if you know of her. She's in quite a few things. Quite a few.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
We should get to business. The situation's pretty dire. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
Scout Harding is really cute. That's all. Alright, I have to talk to, Requisitions Officer.
Dispatch for you.
What is it?
See for yourself, sir.
I need iron and I need drakestone. But in any case, we're going to... There's a lot of stuff going on. Rifts, rifts, rifts.
Watch your step.
Oh dear. This is a bit tricky.
Mother Giselle should be somewhere nearby.
Compared to PS3, there's major differences, Jonah. You can already see differences in characters' faces compared to how they looked on the PS3, but... Whoa. That lady disappears when I turn my head. She must not be real. And Cassandra's stepping on them. Lovely.
Inquisition forces! They're trying to protect the refugees!
Looks like they could use a hand.
What even happened here? Holy shit. Oh, I didn't put on my armor. I can't put it on. Oh well.
Hold! We are not apostates!
I do not think they care, Seeker.
Yes, the cutscenes don't really have a lot of rendering issues like they did on the PS3,
We are
from
not
what I
Templars.
noticed.
We mean you no harm.
Doesn't look like they're listening.
Sometimes things wouldn't render at all on the PS3 version, so...
Worthless. The lot of them.
Be ready. More coming our way.
Might equip that too. Cassandra, let's go. From me. I don't have the thing yet.
It's done.
There are mages here who can heal your wounds. Lie still.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. Allow them to ease your suffering.
Mother Giselle.
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
I'm told you asked for me.
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine. Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
What happened was horrible.
Fear makes us desperate, but hopefully not beyond reason. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
That won't just make it worse.
Because you are a mage?
That too.
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to doubt. The power is the unified voice. Take that from them and you receive the time you need.
It's good of you to do this.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate, or sent to help us, but I hope. Hope is what we need now. The people will listen to your rallying call, as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us, or destroy us. I will go to Haven and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
Corporal Vale is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him.
Indeed.
How much did you need?
That's the last of the bread. Going to be a long, hungry night.
These people need food.
There are rams out in the hills. Good eating, cooked easy, and no lords around to kill you for poaching. Too dangerous to go hunting now. More likely to find mages than luck.
Good luck.
Luck won't put fat on your ribs.
Oh, everyone's got to level up. Oops. Wow, they don't have any at all? That's crazy. Whoa, Cassandra. Whoa.
Of course.
Someone, anyone, please help my wife.
What's wrong with your wife?
She gets sick when the weather's foul. Can't catch her breath, like cobwebs in her lungs. Our son Hindle makes a potion that lets her breathe.
Back.
He's the only one who can make it, but he's joined that cult in the hills. Please, get to him and tell him what's wrong. Without that potion, she'll die.
Picking up all the quests.
Waker, I hope it's not me.
Yes, sir.
Fine day to you.
Of course.
This part may take a little bit because I do like to do a lot of the side quests, or at least as much as I can of the side quests.
Right. That's why.
In the hinterlands.
You're with the Inquisition. Corporal Vale, thanks for your help. The Mages and Templars don't seem to care who gets caught in their war. The refugees here are in dire need of help. If the war doesn't kill them, cold or starvation will.
Is there anything we can do to help people deal with the cold?
Oh god.
I'm asking you to send blankets. You'd think I was asking for a wagon of raw lyrium. A recruit named Whittle is trying to make what we can bring in last. If you have any ideas, talk to him across the road.
What other problems do these refugees face?
We've got some injuries that go beyond stitches and elf fruit. I know healers are in short supply, but if you can find someone in Redcliffe to help us, it would save a lot of lives.
You were concerned about refugees starving.
Yes. Many of them brought food, but they expected to be home by now, or safe in a city. There's a hunter up the hill who has some ideas.
What can you tell me about the man who's supposed to be getting horses for the Inquisition?
Horsemaster Dennett? He lives on a farm to the west. Tough old fella. We haven't heard from him. Best we can tell, he's holed up until the Mages and Templars are done killing each other.
Farewell.
And you as well.
I leveled up. That's what that scary noise was. I mean, not noise so much as light, but there was also a noise. But that's not such a bad thing, is it? Wanting to explore? I think that's actually a good thing. I think I want to head towards learning Mind Blast, maybe. Yes, and that sounds good too. Automatic barrier sounds good. So, where do we start? Oh, we should start with inquiring this camp. Oh, but there's also... Okay. Let's get the camp first. I think. Hopefully that's not too far away. Should be right up this hill. Yep, I see the light. Definitely a good thing to want to explore. This is like my 3rd playthrough, so I don't know how much exploring I'll do, but I'll try my best.
Nothing to report, sir.
Got a map. What else do we want to do? There's a landmark. There's a thing here. Not sure what. It's a thing. Seriously. Take my time. Thanks, guys. I appreciate
Who
it.
placed a skull out here? And for what purpose?
I'm not really gonna do these things, but,
The skull illuminates certain objects in the distance. I am not familiar with such magic.
Of course, it had to be a skull that lights up creepy shit.
Oh, no, not at all. You thought I wanted them done with? Not at all. I was enjoying them. Sorry if I gave that impression. Not a... definitely didn't feel that way. Though, in my first playthrough...
Hopefully the Inquisition can find some way to help these people.
In my first playthrough of Inquisition, after a while I did just start doing companion quests and whatever other small side quests I could finish quickly. Because then it becomes, not that it's bad to explore, but then you're almost like, I want to see more of the story too, so then I ended up doing that. Where am I going? What is this? What is this, Tigan? Oh, I guess I can climb up here anyways, and then I'm gonna have to kill some of those rams. Oh, but I honestly didn't feel like rushing through Origins or Dragon Age 2. I was actually enjoying them for whatever I played. So like I said, I'm sorry if it felt like I wanted to rush through them, but I